I continue work with the window menu. I click on the window menu and came to the cascade command. It will list all windows running in the background, one after the other. The window I click on comes to the foreground. There are also windows that don't run in the background. You can use the restore up command to make these windows run in the background. Or if you click maximize on the right side, it will maximize the screen as it is. I also made the marquee menu run in the background. Now I double click on the body plan. It can be any appearance. It doesn't have to be body plan view. When I click the window and cascade command again, all the windows were lined up one after the other, together with the markers window. Now I enlarge any view again. I come back to the window menu. Tile horizontal. It sorts all windows running in the background in the longitudinal direction lengthwise. I double click on any view again. Windows, I click on the tile vertical command. This time, it lined up all the windows lengthwise in the longitudinal direction. It can randomly distribute the icons at the bottom. These may dissipate while operating. I move it randomly by holding down on it. When you click Window and Arrange Icons command, they will be repositioned. I click on the Perspective view again, Window, and Restore Default Layout command. It will display 4 views on the screen. These are Perspective view, Front view, Profile view, and Top view. I'm enlarging the Perspective view again. When I click Window and Perspective, the perspective will come into view. When I click Window Plan, I get the top view. When I click Window and Profile, the profile view will be maximized. When I click Window Body Plan, the same thing will happen for the front view. When I click Window Part Drawing command, the part drawing window will enlarge on the screen. To mention the windows, there is also a shortcut for them here. I'm coming for Perspective view. I want to introduce all of them in turn. In Perspective view, you see 3D view and you can work in 3D. Plan view. It will give you a top view for your design. Profile view will give you the view of your design in profile. Body plan gives you a front view of your design. You will be looking at your bot from forward to stern. Part window on one side. While working with the MaxSurf structure, we will examine the part window. I don't want to go into that inside Modeler. We can examine it in detail in the MaxSurf structure section. On one right side, I click on the markers window. The markers in your design correspond to points in Rhino. Inside the markers window, you are shown the coordinates of the markers and all their data. Curve control points on one side. If you have a lines, you will be able to see the coordinates of your lines control points here. Surface control points on one side. We have surfaces in the background, because there is a bot in the background. Here you can view the control points on our surfaces, the coordinates of your control points. In the curves window on one side, you can view the curves in the design, if any. And you can manage their properties from here. Surface window on one side. All surfaces and their properties are displayed in the surface window. We have already reviewed all of its features here. In other words, we examine all the comments in the perspective view when you right-click on the surface, in the properties command or in different places. I'm coming here again. If you want to make a change of the properties of your surface, you can use here. It will provide you convenience. On one side, we have a frame of reference curve. So the curve of array graph of the both originating from section arrays. On one side, I click on the offset window. Inside the offset window, your offset chart is displayed and you create it. We will re-examine this in detail as we export the offset chart of the design. One on the right side, structure data window. You can view the properties of the structure we created while working in the structure module here. Next to it, calculations. When you make any calculation, you will be able to view the calculations in this window. If you need to come to the window menu again, all the icons here are also here. We have already told you all one by one. If I also click on the Arrange windows, from here I can open the view I want or close the open view. For example, I want to open Perspective view. I click on Perspective. When I say Activate, the Perspective view will open. Or if there is any window you want to open, you can open or close the window you want to open by using the Window Arrange Windows command. If I call the Perspective Close Window, it will close the Perspective window. I'm out of here too. I enlarge any view. That's it for the windows. As you work in detail inside each of the windows, you will already get to know these windows more easily. That's all for this lesson. Hope to see you in the next lesson.